Today is Vlog Sunday. Vlog Sunday. And I'm back. So, to pick up where I left off, I decided that this year, or technically last year, because now it's 2018, so 2017, that I was going to gift myself with the gift of AncestryDNA kit, which generally runs about $100, right? So Cyber Monday rolled around after Thanksgiving, and I just happened to be perusing Amazon because I might be a little bit of a shopaholic. Anyway, so I was perusing Amazon, and I found an AncestryDNA kit that was on sale for like $56, I want to say. And at the time, I didn't really have the money to spend, unfortunately. So I took it upon myself to put out a message on Facebook, or to post a status on Facebook that said, if anybody loves me and then buy me this AncestryDNA thing for Christmas, blah, blah, blah. It's one of the things on my Christmas list for myself. So, you know, it's after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Christmas is coming up. I did not. Listen. I did not expect anybody to respond. But lo and behold, my beautiful Aunt Denise hit me up and asked me if the reason for me getting the AncestryDNA kit was to find my biological family. And of course, you know it was. So she blessed me. Amen. Thank you, Aunt Denise. I can never thank you enough for that. So she blessed me with the AncestryDNA kit, and you know, Amazon Prime member is supposed to come in like 2 days. Well, ironically, the kit came in like one day. I think it was like 1 day, roughly. Whatever. I feel like I got it the next day, and then the next day I put it out. So it took me a couple of days to get it out. Anyways, so I got the kit. Oh, hold on. I'm not going to focus in. It may focus in. AncestryDNA kit, y'all. She got it for me. Well, she sent me the money to get it for me. I went ahead and purchased it. Came in with a little tube that you have to spit in. I filled it up to the little line, and I sent it off the next day. So I ordered it one day, got it the next day, sent it off the next day, right? So they say that the results are supposed to come in within 6 to 7 weeks, depending on how busy they are. So I was like, that's kind of perfect. That allows me, because this is literally the week after Thanksgiving. So this gives me time to like assess any possibility of finding absolutely, positively nothing, and then being okay with it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I have to be, because you never know. Never know what can happen. Plus, you know, when you think about it, the kit is originally like $100, and in my mind, ain't nobody finna buy. Not too many of us are finna buy a kit just to see what their makeup is. At least that's what I thought. So, anyways, so I send it off. It takes almost a week for them to get it and start the process. Then I get an email that says your results should be in 2 to 4 weeks. I'm sorry, what did you say 2 to 4 weeks and not 6 to 7? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna read it, and I'm just gonna leave it like that, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. If it get here. If it don't, it don't. If it takes 6 to 7, cool. If it takes 2 to 4, even better. Whatever. So it took probably like 4 weeks. Not even 4 weeks. I want to say it took 3 weeks, to be honest with you. I sent it off. They received it, and I promise you in a week or two, I got the results back. It was a fateful Wednesday when I got those results back. And I honestly, y'all, when I tell you I did not believe I would get any matches, I didn't think I was going to get any. But lo and behold, I received that wonderful, faithful email. And it took me a second to even open up the emails, because I was nervous. I'm a nervous person as it is. But I was extra nervous, because I was like, ooh, what if there's nobody that I matched with? What if nobody did it? What if I'll never find my biological family? Like, all of these things are running through my head. So I waited, because I was at work. Lucky me, I get to work from home. And I checked my email prior to clocking in. But something wouldn't let me just leave it alone and just wait till break. Nah. Because I'm nosy. We talked about this before. Y'all know this. So I went into personal. Don't judge my life. Yes, I did. I went into personal. And I checked my email, and it showed me that I had 359 matches. When I tell you my mind was blown, because I thought I wasn't going to have any, zero, zilch, none, nada, negative number of people, okay? It blew my mind. And then at that point, I was just like, oh shit, this is real. Like, that solidified that all of this was real for me. So, got the kit, activated the kit. 4 weeks. We'll say 4 weeks. We'll give it a smooth month, even though I know it was before a month. I got my results. And this is where the fun begins, y'all. So, I was going through my results and saw a few people, and I was like, oh, I kind of look like them. They kind of look like me. And I had been sharing my experience and my advice and getting advice from friends, and just to see exactly what they would say and how they felt about it, and just outside opinion basically to help me navigate, because y'all, sometimes I can make some mistakes like everybody else does, but sometimes I can make some serious mistakes. So a couple of them was like, well, pray about it, make sure. And I told them I was going to pray about it, and they were telling me to make sure, that this is something I want to do, give some time to breathe and think about it and come up with a message. So yeah. So I sent that little generic message out, and I strategically sent it to certain people. I only sent it to people who had logged on within the last 3 months or more recent, because I was y'all, that AncestryDNA thing, the Ancestry subscription itself is $20 a month. So again, back to, we not gonna pay for too much stuff. I can't remember how many people I actually sent it out to, but it was a few people, because I was like going through profiles and looking at, they recently logged in this time period. There was some that logged in like the same day that I sent them a message, and I was like, you gotta see it because you just logged in. I know you're gonna see it. Either you're gonna see it today or you're gonna see it tomorrow, but you're gonna see this message and you're gonna respond. And that's what I was telling to myself, to hype myself up, to be like, girl, you finna get some responses. Anyways, so send out a response. One person I actually sent a response to. My cousin helped me find him on Facebook, and I was like, well, if he doesn't see it on there, he'll definitely see it on Facebook. So I sent him the Facebook message, and then that kind of transpired into, hey, I know some aunts. You look like my aunts, blah blah blah. Which from there, I didn't really hear anything back, which is what I expected. So I wasn't upset about that. So I just kept sending out messages and hoping for a response. Well, I just happened to send one message to the right person. And they were basically saying, go on Facebook, look up this person, said name, look up this person, and then they probably can give you more information, because, all of our family basically is from Arkansas. And I'm like, ooh, connection. Hey, cousin. Thank you, cousin. Okay, cousin. So she ended up adding me on Facebook, and then sent me a message and gave me the information for the person that she wanted me to contact. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll send him the same generic message. It makes sense. I'm like, all right, cool. This is closer than I've been in a long time. So yeah, even better. So, in the midst of her, talking to me via Facebook Messenger, she sends me this picture, and she was like, oh my God, you look just like my cousin. And I'm looking at this picture, and I'm like, bro, that's me. And I was like, no, let me confirm that I look like this person from other people. So I sent it to a few friends, and they were like, bro, that's your sister. And I'm like, on everything. No, it's not. That's my cousin. I'm telling y'all, that's my cousin. So anyways, she tells me I look like her, and then I'm asking a few questions, because her age and her name kind of lined up with some of the information that I had. Well, kind of. Her age was a little off, but her name was right? To be like possibly my older sister. But when the age is off, that's when I was like definitive. Bro, that's my cousin. That's not my sister. Can't be. Because of again, I'm going off just to what I already know from the paperwork that I had, or from the information that I got from the adoption agency. So anyways, that was like a Wednesday, I think. It was a Wednesday that happened. And then the following day, she hit me up, and she was like, so yeah, this person just happens to know Ashante, which was my biological mother's name, and gave me a little information, and was like, here, I talked to my sister because they're closer, and she can give you more information. I'm like, cool, I'll talk to him, no problem. Talk to her, no problem. So I called and I talked to her for a little bit. And y'all, when I tell you, I thought this person was my cousin. I thought that this person was my cousin for real, like a cousin, uncle, something, whatever. And that's why they were like, oh yeah, just talk to them, because you know they're older, they ain't gonna know some people, and they know around whatever. Arkansas ain't that big, y'all. It's really not. It's a small state. Anyways, so she goes on to tell me basically this is potentially the man that I'm supposed to be reaching out to. This person I'm supposed to be reaching out to ask questions is potentially my biological father. When I tell you I was floored, because this whole time, and this is why I was saying that I would get to that in the past video. This whole time I was thinking that due to the information that I already had, that he didn't want to be in that, you know, situation, that he decided to step away and go to California on a sports scholarship and whatever be the case. Fine. But to actually like seriously just like realize that this could potentially be my biological father, kind of, it blew my mind. So I was like, yes, I cried. I'm not gonna even stunt you. I was crying because like never did I expect to find something or someone in that aspect so fast. Because y'all, this is happening in the course of 4 to 5 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks. So we had a conversation, and then I kind of tried to creep his Facebook profile, but it's locked tight, clink, locked down, so I couldn't do anything. So I had the information that it was my potential biological father. And let me tell y'all the reason why my cousins, and this is, hopefully they don't mind me telling y'all this, but listen, the reason why they was on there to see if they was any part Indian, which I can't be mad at them because I was kind of low-key looking for that too. And if you know why, you know why, and that's what we're going to leave it at that. But anyway, so that following Friday, which was the 29th, December 29th, I'm telling y'all. So I had already potentially found my potential biological father, talked to some cousins, and then my friend was getting married on the 29th, and I was going to the wedding, and I had to go find a fit because I didn't have anything for like a cold wedding. I have dresses, and it was too cold for all that, so I had to go find something. Well, on my way to going to find an outfit, my wonderful Aunt Denise, who brought me the AncestryDNA kit, called me. She was like, hey, what are you doing? Are you busy? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to get something. She's like, I need you to pull over. And y'all, in my mind, my mind goes left when people say stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking my grandpa is like super sick. I need to come home. Like I got to drop everything to come back home to smack over. I'm thinking like 50 million things that could be wrong. And like, I'm like, okay, well, let me get to a stopping point because I'm on the interstate. I can't just pull over right now, especially with them doing construction. So anyway, so I'm driving. She was like, well, I think that we found your biological mother's Facebook profile. Y'all, I didn't pull over, but I probably should have. I was driving real slow. I'm pretty sure whoever was behind me was a little teed off, but that's all right. So anyways, she goes on to tell me that she thinks that she found it, like she had one of her friends who was also adopted helping her look for the profile. And this whole time I thought that I was from Little Rock. I did because I was adopted in Little Rock. I was born in Little Rock, so logically to me, yeah, they're from Little Rock. Anyways, so she tells me the name and tells me to go look, and like I'm on the phone with her, and I finally get parked because finally get to the store, and I finally get parked, and I'm looking, and I'm like looking at pictures, and again, let me just reiterate that I like to look up Facebook profiles. Hers wasn't as locked down as somebody else's, but we won't talk about that. But some of the information lined up exactly like the information that I already had. And I was, y'all, my heart was like fluttering. I was trying to remain calm and like cool and collected while I was on the phone with my aunt. But baby, when I get off that phone, I was freaking out because I was like, this is really her. This is her, because names, like all the names that I had, her name, like everything lined up with all the information I already had. So it was just like, oh. So the day before I had potentially found my biological father, and then the following day, I get this information that this is my biological mother, and I get her Facebook profile, and I can actually physically see a picture, like look at her to see what she looks like, and just kind of peruse her Facebook profile to get a glimpse of what she's like. So yeah, all that day, the rest of the day, like I was thinking, because I had to make this 3-hour drive to Little Rock from Fayetteville for my friend's wedding, and I kind of just put it in the back of my mind, and I was like, I will deal with it the next day, because the next day I'll have more time to assess it. Well, the following day, December 30th, was an interesting day. I received a Facebook message, and it was a number, and guess we'll talk about that next time. Okay, so if you have been watching and you love it, please make sure that you like, follow, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and get this out there. There may be somebody who has been in the same situation as me and like needs to hear this, and I can only reach so many people by myself. So again, like, follow, share, subscribe. Love y'all. Mwah.